I know how I'm supposed to feel, you know, the morning of the show, and I'm always very energetic, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to fight. This morning, I'm so tired to the point that I actually feel like I'm about to die.
I feel bad for people who didn't get to witness what Ronnie was in his prime. Videos and pictures don't do no justice.
I was trying to be the best in the world. Ronnie was standing in my way, so every year it was a battle against Ronnie Coleman. I knew that was the only guy that could possibly beat me.
This is a guy that lifted weights that nobody else could lift.
So if you're not willing to go to that place, you don't have a chance against him.
Ronnie, he had a goal in view. He wanted to be the #1 bodybuilder in the world. But of course, eventually, with the massive weights that he was lifting, those discs can many, many times pay a pretty heavy price.
Doctor said he's gonna go in and perform a surgery in which he's gonna take out screws, because all they're doing now is just causing me pain. And when I say pain, it's a lot of pain. It's like 24/7. It never stops.
I won't lie, I cried the first time, and especially when the hips went, and I mean, he had to use a walker and all that. That was tough for me.
He's still working out.
I don't think he'll ever stop. It's probably not the best thing, but for his overall well-being, I think he needs to.
They're called oxycodone. They 30 milligrams. I take about 4, sometimes 5 a day, every single day. This is the highest potency you can get.
Now, I've been taking steroids for 25 years. I started when I was 18. The reason I started was I was a competitive bodybuilder, and I was willing to do whatever it takes to reach my goal. This is not making me look good right here, what I'm saying, but I'm just being honest, and I'm being straight, and I'm telling people the truth. I'm not telling people to take steroids. I'm not recommending it. In fact, I don't think it's a very good fucking idea to take steroids, you know? If you can stay natural for as long as you can, that's the way to go. You stay natural your whole life, that's the way to go. And my opinion is you should stay natural as long as you can.
If I wasn't a professional bodybuilder, I would, if I had not continued with my professional bodybuilding career at that point, that critical point where I went to Night of Champions, I wouldn't have taken steroids after. I would have stopped, right. You know? And also there's a psychological side to it, psychological addiction perhaps to steroids. It may be more than psychological, maybe it's slightly physical as well. But a lot of people get into this sport because of insecurity, because they don't feel good, and then they want to build up, to feel stronger, to feel more powerful. And, you know, steroids will allow you to take that to the next level, you know? So if your whole importance of self is built up in how big and muscular you are, you're never going to want to stop taking those steroids, because you're going to lose that when you can't, it's not, you know, you can't keep that level of development when you stop taking those hormones. You will come down to a degree. So, and there's going to be a crash, there's going to be a physical crash, there's going to be a mental crash. All those things you need to, you know, before you step on that merry-go-round, you need to think about those things.
You tried them, and they worked. I tried them, and god damn, oh man, they worked. I had fucking super veiny, ass was so fucking hard, I tried to put the needle in my ass and fucking bent. The fucking needle bent. My ass was that fucking hard. And they'll hear that, and that will be the end of it. And those kids will rush out, and they'll fucking want to try to get them some of this, because they will not hear that it made me fucking insane. They won't hear that part. They will not hear that I want to murder fucking people at a stoplight for looking in my fucking car too long. They won't hear that part. They won't hear that at the time I was married, and my wife that I was married to was 5 fucking minutes late getting home. They won't hear that I was pacing up and down the fucking driveway, waiting for her to get to that house so I could fucking kill her. They won't fucking hear that part.
If you weren't a bodybuilder and or competitive bodybuilder and you're just training at the gym, yeah,
no.
No, nonetheless, like, if I had some bad injury and I knew that a certain one like Decadravlin might help the injury recover, something like that, then for that purpose, yes. But for the purpose of just taking them to walk around to look big and that, no, because I've never had a problem, like when I'm not on them. Like now, I've never had a problem keeping my size, training, and you know, most guys who I know who do compete in that prefer to be off. We know so many people who just take them all year round, and actually the majority of them, there's a few that even Matthew I know, before they took the drugs they looked a lot better. Now they're on them all year round, they look fucking older, their hair looks bad, their skin looks bad, and they're bloated like pufferfish. They actually look worse now they're on them, but yet because they scales are going up 30 odd kilos, they think they're big, when really you just look like shit.
That opportunity was presented to me, I took it, and it fucking, it damn it cost me everything. I don't do it because of the experience I had. It fucking made me a fucking loony ass, raving, lunatic, maniac, wanting to kill fucking people, asshole.
Did you stop right away in '97? Did you scale back? I mean, do you think...
You know what I did? Like my normal, typical approach is black and white. So I actually just pretty much stopped, which was not the wisest decision.
Right.
My testosterone levels were very low. I was still married at the time, and we were thinking about trying for another child. And my sperm levels were nearly non-existent.
The most important thing at all is your mind, your mentality. That's the most important thing. You have to believe to achieve. And if you believe that you can accomplish those goals, you will. I just want people to realize that it's not necessary. It's not mandatory. You can accomplish your goals without it. As long as you're willing to work your ass off and willing to do whatever it takes, you can. Now, is it gonna take longer? Yes. Is it gonna be harder? Yes. And you have to be willing to do that. Now, if I went back to 18 and I made a different choice and I decided not to take steroids, I would not have reached the size I did as quick as I had, but I feel inevitably over the 33 years that I've been training that I would be the same size I am now. And I'm just talking the logic here.
He was really open about what he was doing. Over time, I kept telling him, you're getting too big, you're getting too big, you don't need to be this big. No, yeah, I understand my followers, this is what they want to see. He was 280, 290 pounds, and he went up to 300 in a month. I said, you don't need to look any bigger. You look big enough the way it is. But that was him. He had to have this image, and he created this persona, and this, he had a charisma for sure, that people wanted to be like him or be around him. About a year ago, he'd come over and we'd sit and do my shows, and he was sweating like mad, breathing like this, and I don't think he hurt himself, but he had a hard time breathing. And I said, it doesn't look good, I may be wrong, but it doesn't look good. Yes, I said, you been to the doctor? He says, yeah. He says, everything checks out, I'm in good health. Blood pressure, everything. I said, okay, I'm just a little worried. I could tell that he wasn't getting any oxygen. So I never said another word, I just let it go. But when he passed away, it shocked me. I was definitely hurt by it, sad by it, but I wasn't surprised by it.
The lifestyle of a bodybuilder is a very Spartan lifestyle. You're very disciplined and regimented in what you do, from eating to training to sleeping. I was very focused. I had this ability to be this professional bodybuilder, and I took it to the extreme, and I loved it.
He said, hey man, how am I looking today? Well, you're looking a little bit flat. Flat, well, let's go back and take a look at the protein in the carb, particularly the carbs. Oh man, I know what. I had 100 less carbs today than I had yesterday. So one of them flat. Okay, let's put them back in and see what happens tomorrow. Bodybuilding is that listen, that will follow instruction, and that do their homework. They are the ones that make it to the next level.
This is what we do.
I mean, for fuck's sake, bodybuilding in the fitness industry is one shade away from fucking porn. Why the fuck wouldn't we be honest about what we're doing so we stop getting people doing dumb shit and these young kids hurting themselves? And if you're a young kid out there, perk up the fucking ears and listen today.
This is a sport that's probably the most selfish of all sports. It requires 100% dedication and focus. And for anyone out there that says that it's not something that requires 100%, I can tell you they've never been second place or first place in the Mr. Olympia.
I gave everything I had. I was eating 12 meals a day, 2 to 3 hours a day with weights, taking all the drugs necessary. And I did nothing else but bodybuilding. And not winning, it just killed me. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, but I'm not getting anything back. You know, and I'm spending a lot of money. I'm messing up my family life. I'm messing up my relationship. You know, my work is shit. Everything in my life is shit because I'm focused on bodybuilding. You know, so I'm getting nothing. I'm fucking my life up and getting nothing back. So I think the reality slowly will kick in and realize, like, I don't need you. You know, so you're not going to be my boss. You know, you're not going to be telling me what to do. You know, because I don't need what you're offering me.
The problem with most of you out there is that you are judgmental fucks. And the problem with that is in what we're doing. The whole reason that we are in the gym setting, fitness setting, is to uplift each other. It is like Robert Frank. This is the one fucking place we can go that everyone's on the same fucking page. I don't care if you're fucking natty, you're not natty, you're a CrossFitter, whatever the fuck, powerlifter, bodybuilder, whatever.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living